What's up, everybody? It's Jordan, and welcome to the Sports Behind Show. The NFL draft is just barely a month away. It seems so crazy that we're creeping up on the draft so quickly. This seems like it's one of the fastest off seasons in quite some time. It does not seem like the draft is just barely over a month away. And recently, NFL draft analyst Daniel Jeremiah from NFL Network did a round one mock draft where he had the Bengals take offensive tackle from Tennessee, Darnell Wright, with their first round pick, the 28th pick overall. And I know some people want the Bengals to get offensive line. I just do not understand the obsession and the fixation with getting an offensive line for the Bengals in round one. My philosophy is best player available. Darnell Wright, by the time the Bengals pick 28, he's probably not going to be here. He would be one of the better players available here, but I just don't like the idea of drafting offensive line because when you look at Orlando Brown and you look at Jonah Williams, I feel like these situations really put the Bengals into a situation they were not expecting heading into the offseason. Because with them signing Orlando Brown, that takes away their chances of developing a left tackle, which I think is good because the Bengals cannot develop an offensive lineman at all. When you look at Jonah Williams, he once traded. If he's not traded, he's going to play right tackle whether he wants to or not. So if you draft a right tackle, let's say in round one, if Jonah Williams plays, let's say into the bye week 8, week 9, something like that, then Leo Collins comes back from injury, you're now in a situation where your rookie right tackle is probably not going to play at all the first season. And when you look at Cincinnati, like if you had Williams play the first 8 or 9 weeks, maybe you trade him, Collins comes back, and then this right tackle is just going to be a backup. Or you could have a scenario where you draft this right tackle, maybe he does play, you trade Jonah Williams, and then once Leo Collins comes back from injury, Leo Collins takes over right tackle again. But that would just kill his confidence. And we've seen, rookies, it's kind of hard, when they play a ton and then they don't play much, it's kind of hard to get their confidence back. Look at John Ross several years ago, his rookie year. He didn't play much. It was kind of hard for him to get back his confidence. And he was really never the same. He was a 100% bust for Cincinnati. So when you're looking at offensive line, when it comes to just the odds of them developing an offensive line and being really good are very, very slim. The Bengals have not had an above offensive lineman the past decade. They cannot develop offensive lineman to save the life at all. And then you look at the kind of the consequences of drafting a right tackle. He might not play at all this year. If he does, he's going to get benched for Leo Collins more than likely at some point. It's just really, really risky to me. Darnell Wright would be one of the better players available here, but I just don't feel like right tackle or any offensive lineman would make sense. That's even if DeJuan Jones is available. I know lots of people like DeJuan Jones. I would not like that pick at all. He's good, but you need more positions than offensive line. There's better players on the board. And when you look at this mock draft here by Daniel Jeremiah, if Darnell Wright was 100% the best player on the board, I wouldn't totally hate it, but I feel like there's still better players on the board here. And the pick right after Cincinnati, the 29th pick. And with that 29th pick, Notre Dame tight end Michael Mayer was selected. And to me, when you look at Michael Mayer, I think he's one of the best players in the draft. I feel like he'd be a great fit for Cincinnati. The Bengals could really use tight end right now because with Hayden Hurst signing with Carolina, this is one of those situations where you should never, ever draft a team need before drafting best player available. But if you're in a situation where you draft somebody who, is a team need and he's the best player available, like Michael Mayer would be with the 29th pick overall, that's an A-plus pick pretty much automatically to me. And I think Michael Mayer would be 100% the best player available on the board at pick 28 for Cincinnati. And, I'm not a huge Mayer fan. I like him, but I'm not crazy about him like some people are crazy about DeJuan Jones, some of these other guys. But if he's on the board, I feel like every Cincinnati, you have to take him here. I feel it would be very, very smart for Cincinnati because he's the best player on the board. It would solve your tight end issue, and it would take away a team need in tight end so you can focus on other, positions in the later rounds, like maybe, running back, safety, corner, things like that. It'd be very interesting to see what the Bengals do in the draft. But to me, if it comes down between Darnell Wright and Michael Mayer from Notre Dame, I don't really think that's even a question, in my opinion. I'm taking Michael Mayer 100% of the time. But let me know what you think about Daniel Jeremiah's pick here with Darnell Wright in the comments. That about does it for this video. If you're new to the channel or if you've seen my videos before, I would really, really appreciate it if you could like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time on the Sports Behind Show.